Oh my goodness, we are live at the Big Festoon. This isn't just any normal conference. This is a show. If you truly want to be a business that is out there, that is going up, is growing, is a bit weird, wacky, and actually embraces all of that about yourself, the Big Festoon is something for you. We're going to give you a glimpse inside, and don't worry, we're going to tell you how you can be at the next one. Closed mouths don't get fed, and there is not a closed mouth in this room, I can guarantee it. It's a wrap. Hello and welcome back to the Big Festoon October Spooktacular 2025. I am joined by Dr. Jerry.
Hello.
Hi Dr. Jerry, how's it going?
It's going well.
We are nearing the end of day one. IV Wetroom have got a massive stand downstairs. Yes. I was like, I want to see what that is. Tell us, for those that don't know, who are you and what is IV Wetroom?
So IV Wetroom is intravenous health and wellness brand, and we specialize in giving IV drips to people. So you try and boost them and improve their health generally.
Wow. So are you doing that down there today?
Yeah. Oh, so Danny came, we were at another festival, and she came and had a drip with us, and she felt so good afterwards that she was like, right, you guys need to definitely come and be at my event. And we're like, well, what is this event? And she's like, it's near Bolton, you need to come up there. And we're like, all right, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And between then and now and then, we've been forward and back, and then she said, right, I'm going to put you guys in the best space. You can bring all the stuff, whatever you need, it's yours. So that's why we've got such a massive space down there. But it's full of people, so it was needed. It's great.
So what does it do? What's in it? I remember seeing a photo of Danny at Ideas Fest with it, and I was like,
okay,
hey, is she okay? Like, was she hooked up to?
Okay.
Then,
I guess, because some people probably have only ever seen it in films where it's like someone's really sick, or
like A&E.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
But it is for that as well. But obviously, if you're giving someone that's really sick an IV just to get them to neutral, the idea was, what would happen if you gave someone that was a neutral an IV? Where would they go? And then what would happen to someone if they were already quite keen on wellness? Where would they go? And so when I looked into it, it transpired that that's a big thing in America already. They do drips all the time. And it's really big in the wellness space because people are so conscious about trying to optimize their health. When you think about some of the reasons behind it, like nowadays, a lot of people, even people with the best will in the world, that try and eat healthily.
Yeah.
A lot of our food doesn't have the right minerals and things in it anymore. The soil doesn't have what it's supposed to have anymore. So, you're not getting these nutrients that you need. And then on top of that, because we've eaten so much processed food over the years, a lot of our bowel is inflamed, so we can't absorb it anyway. And that's not to talk about people that have formal conditions like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or Crohn's disease, or ulcerative colitis. People are really struggling to absorb the minerals. So opportunities like this, where you can get it directly into your vein, that's the intravenous part. Yeah. It goes directly into your vein, bypasses your gut, so your body doesn't have to struggle to break it down or anything like that. It doesn't have to struggle to absorb it. Straight into your system, and you get all of it working. If you think about a pill, when you take a tablet, by the time it's broken down and it gets to where it needs to get to, you probably have at best 30 to 35% of that pill working. Whereas when you go straight into the vein, you can get 80, 90, even 100% of it working.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And how quickly do you feel the effects of?
Well, I've been describing it to people. It kind of depends on what you go for, and it also depends on where you're at when you start.
Okay.
So the analogy would say, the deeper the well, right?
Right, yeah.
The longer it takes to get to the water.
That makes sense.
So, like, if you're living a life where you're hammering your body, you're probably taking a few substances, you might not.
Oh no, I don't do that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we quickly that look came back then.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I don't do that bit.
But generally people know, and it doesn't have to be anything like that bad. It could be just like, you could be someone that's a high flying person that's got like a business, or you might be a mum that's like trying to keep the household in check. You got kids running around, you got your husband, you got parents that might be slightly older. There's a lot of people that are in that situation where the thing that they neglect the first is themselves.
Yeah.
They're so busy being everything to everyone else that they neglect themselves, and then that's when they just be like, I'll just grab a packet of crisps, or I'll just do this quickly just to get through the day, just have a snack quickly on the go. And the only person that suffers with all that is that person, do you know?
Yeah, so they're trying to do the right thing by just quickly fueling, she says here, with her like Majula's cookie pie. I've been nibbling on that. I'm like, oh no. So, but like you say, they're trying to do the right thing in quickly fueling themselves to quickly like fulfill that moment, but actually in the long run, you're not doing yourselves any favours.
Exactly, and that's the thing. So that's why when you have IVs, you actually can sort of redress that balance a bit. So I talk about people trying to like maintain, you know, you to have something to maintain, but if you haven't had that boost to get you to the right level, you're just maintaining bad.
Yeah.
You know, that's no good.
So are there different like IV levels of like, I can come down there and be like, I want a 20%, I want a 100%?
Oh, well, it's not so much as levels, it's more like ingredients in terms of what you need. So you can do it by what people are experiencing, a lot of the symptoms. So a lot of people here have been saying they're really tired. And that could be for any number of reasons. It can be partly because they're not getting enough sleep. Mm-hmm. So we know that magnesium can help with sleep. So we can give you an IV with some magnesium in it, amongst other things.
Yeah.
Or it might be that they're not just getting enough sleep, they're just working a bit too much, or they're just doing it, you know. And so things like zinc, that can be useful and helpful, and some of the B vitamins. And so we'll go by your symptoms and then kind of either tailor it to your specific need, or we may have some that are already kind of geared towards that, since we know that's a common thing that people present with.
And how does it work? Like, I'm all for going, here you go, crack on, right? But I couldn't imagine doing it to myself.
No, so that's why we have a team of nurses.
Oh, okay.
Nurses and doctors. It's all fully qualified people. So the nurses tend to be nurses that have either worked in ITU or A&E, so they're really used to putting in the cannula, and that's called a cannula put in. Yeah, so they're really used to it. They'll pop it in, and then they'll go through it. They'll do set of obs and make sure you're okay, everything before they start. There's a consent form, a full consultation you have with the doctor. So it's all very above board and it's very correct, you know? Yeah. We don't want to cut corners when it comes to your health.
And who are we see? You said like you're seeing so many different people, from mums to business owners, but how do they get that fix, or that, you know, is it a regular thing? They sort of come and see you once a month and it is like a checkup and that sort of thing, or is this on the moment like phone call of like, hey, are you around? Yeah, I mean both really. Oh, okay.
So we have a concierge service where we can come to your house and just, you know, in the comfort of your own home, you can get fully medical grade medical service. That's fully like, you know, sterile techniques and all the rest of it, aseptic techniques. And you can have that in the comfort of your own home because we bring everything to you. And if it's just the case of a one-off, that's absolutely fine. But if, you know, some of our clients, they've had things like long COVID or Lyme's disease, and they want something a bit more frequently. So we can come, one of them will have something every week, someone else is every fortnight, somebody's monthly. It just depends on
what becomes a treatment that helps them fill that well back up and get going. So what have you got out of coming to the Big Festoon yourself?
I mean, one of the things I love about these kind of events is you never know the kind of people you're going to meet and the interaction. So, you know, when I speak to people, very often it's very much a monetary value, like, right, how much did it cost you to go there and how much money did you make when you were there? Yeah. But actually the reality is the people that you meet are so much more valuable than how much money you might exchange from selling things, because they may open up your world in a whole different avenue you weren't even thinking, and think, oh my gosh, I never really considered that as a business option or an opportunity, but I do now, do you know? Yeah. And we've already been invited to another festival just now from downstairs with someone that came along and saw what we were doing. Another guy is another doctor. He actually works in a company where what they do is they do all the bio testing. So test your DNA, test your, you know, all your markers. Yeah. And once they've realized what you're either deficient in or you have a problem with, they then need someone to then give them the thing that they're deficient in. And so he's like, can we partner with you? So, and I met him here. Do you know?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, you can. Like,
see? So yeah, so it's been, and this is only day one.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's great.
Dr. Jerry, thank you so much for coming and speaking to me.
You're very welcome.
It sounds amazing. I can't wait. We're going to grab all your links, all your details as well from you. We'll put them in the show notes below. So if you've got an event like this, you can rock up. But concierge service, if you're busy, want it to come to you, that can happen as well.
Brilliant. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.